Good evening, Sina streamers, and welcome to the 2024 Little Ladies' Day and Hatchingtide seasonal event in Final Fantasy XIV. This is a precedented situation where we've combined two seasonal events. However, that precedent has only occurred once before in 2021, where Little Ladies' Day was merged with Valentium's. That said, we are here in Old Gridania again to start the quest off in Mih Khetto's Amphitheatre. But first, let's talk to the NPCs. First of all, we have the Courteous Collector here, who's going to tell us a little bit about the event.
Good morning, friend. Might you be interested in learning about the Hatchingtide festivities? A fledgling festival, Hatchingtide was born of a prophetic dream visited upon a Gridanian maiden named Jihli. In her dream, the 12 Archons of old appeared, those heroes who saved the realm from the destruction of the 6th umbral calamity. Descending from the heavens atop beautifully decorated eggs, they said to Jihli, "Arise, young dreamer, and make ready the vessels for our return." And so she did, painstakingly painting and gilding eggs to match those from her vision. Word of the prophecy spread, and Jihli attracted helpers to assist in her tolls. After the calamity, the festival grew further, as townsfolk and adventurers flocked to celebrate the Archons of yore, who many believe had some hand in delivering the realm once again. For this year only, the organizers of the Hatchingtide celebration have joined hands with the planners of Little Ladies' Day in Ul'dah to create a joint celebration that spans 2 of Eorzea's city-states. So, he's in on it, he knows the plan. Let's talk to the Dreamer, our egg advocate over here. She is our event vendor. So she's only selling some novelty confetti. The Hatchingtide one. I'll go ahead and buy one just to demonstrate it real quick. For a pittance of gil, you too can summon egg confetti! It's very cute. If you have the space to hold on to it and store it, that can make for some very cute additions to Jipo's pictures. But I believe those are the only people hanging out here for us to talk to, aside from, of course, Jihli herself. But who else is over here? We have Nanada, her usual assistant, and a royal seneschal from Ul'dah for the Little Ladies' Day half of the situation. Ah, come to enjoy the Hatchingtide festivities, have you? And yours? How are you, Nanada?
Hatchingtide is come once more, and I dare say we may have outdone ourselves this time. It all hinges on whether we can see Mistress Eliapo's dream realized.
Alright, and Miss Eliapo, about that dream of yours. The princess and the eggs. Jihli Eliapo is looking for someone to help make a dream come true. This quest is always available for a limited time only, like most seasonal events.
Welcome, my friend. I take it the Hatchingtide decorations have caught your eye? Oh, Naya, is that really you? I had hoped I might see you again, but I did not dare assume. Nonetheless, it warms my heart that you are eager to revel in Hatchingtide once more. This year, it was again a dream that sparked my imagination. A dream of a goobbue, massive and marvelous, standing upon the stage where else but in Ul'dah, so many moms away. Wreathed in radiant flowers of pink, the darling goobbue held in her hands an egg decorated most lavishly. And there is but one time of year when the sandy brown of that city is accented by peach blossoms in full bloom. Yes, I speak of Little Ladies' Day. The message of Mistress Eliapo's dream was clear. Combine the spirit of Hatchingtide and Little Ladies' Day to create the most exciting day that Jewel of a City has seen. Naturally, we sought out those in charge of the event and brought our proposal before them.
'Tis a pleasure, as always, Naya. I see ours is not the only celebration which can boast of your selfless assistance. Mistress Calliope's proposal was quite unprecedented, and so confident was she in her vision that she had already secured the services of a performer and his goobbue companion before meeting with us. I regret to say not all in Ul'dah share in her conviction. Many doubt the safety of such an act, which has brought our plans for Little Lady's Day to a standstill. The trepidation is not without cause, mind you. Some 15 years ago, a supposedly tame goobbue ran amok in the city streets, causing untold harm.
When the seneschal informed us of these circumstances, I got to thinking we could hold a Hatchingtide event here in Gridania with a goobbue as the main attraction.
Okay.
Not only would this lift the spirits of Gridania's people, but it would prove to those in Ul'dah that the goobbue poses no danger. Surely that would put any doubts to rest.
In fact, the performers have already arrived. Nanata and I were treated to a display of their show, and I must say, never have I seen a goobbue so pretty and sweet.
Out of all the paths forward we could have taken, this seemed to be the only one which might please all parties. I came to Gridania at once so I could act as a witness for my peers in Ul'dah. Since you're here, might you accompany me to the show? Someone as well-versed in this realm's beastkin as you might be singularly qualified to tell us just how docile this goobbue is.
Ooh, I expect quite a few eggs for my troubles. Or, well, I'd hate to see Miss Calliope's dream shattered. Ooh, do we want to be playful, or do we want to be, what would Naya say? I think Naya would be a little playful here. We're gonna go see a pretty goobbue doing a performance in a combined event. I expect quite a few eggs for my troubles.
Eggs? Quite an unusual form of payment, but I believe Mistress Calliope has plenty. Regardless, the look on your face says you agree to my proposal. Many thanks, and I look forward to what is sure to be a fascinating show.
Well then, all is settled. The show of a lifetime awaits at Bent Branch Meadows. You had best not tarry.
Agreed. Let us make our way there and speak with Ul'dah, the performer in charge. Oh, I can hardly wait.
Quest accepted. Alright, Jihli, Nanata, have you anything else to say?
The adorable goobbue is even now delivering ecstatic cheer to all in Bent Branch Meadows. Go there and speak with Ul'dah. I'm sure he shall be most eager to treat you to the show. I went to visit the goobbue along with Mistress Calliope. I must say, I never realized just how adorable they could be.
Very well. Out to Bent Branch we go then. Nobody snuck out here while I was having that conversation. Nope, looks all the same here. So we'll go ahead and pop out to the central shroud. Okay, Cactuar. We get to head just south of the crystal. Oh, there's our... That certainly is a pink goobbue. Hey, Royal Seneschal, how are we doing? Oh, it's got a little basket.
I don't believe I've ever been this close to one before.
A pink goobbue. Hi. Very okay. It is very pink. Look at how that is so pink. And Aldermund. Hello, sir.
Oh, didn't see you there. Can we help you?
Greetings. I am the Royal Seneschal in charge of making Little Ladies' Day most memorable for all ladies of the realm. Mistress Eliapo has informed us that you have quite the show prepared for us.
Ah, we've been waiting for you. You'll be hard-pressed to pick your jaw up off the floor after you see what my Peatie has in store for you. I've been watching over her since the day I found her wandering the wilderness all by her lonesome. We spent ages looking for her family, but now I suppose we're all each other has.
Peatie? A lovely name, to be sure. And those flowers, are they peach blossoms? I dare say she is the very picture of a Little Ladies' Day princess.
Haha, I'm glad to hear that, and I know Peatie is too. She's thought of little else since the moment Miss Eliapo came to us with her peculiar request. There's nothing in this world we love more than hearing an audience cheer, and I think this time we'll earn that and then some. We call this one Egg Surprise. Go on, Peatie.
Oh, the smile. That was astounding.
Impressive, ain't it? And all it took was a few glamour prisms. Course, that wasn't where the genius was required. It took us days and nights a racking our brains to figure out how to capture the spirit of 2 celebrations. In the end, though, I think we did about as good a job as could have been expected.
You certainly did.
Now, here comes the rub. Ever since we arrived in Gridania, Peatie's been a little on edge. Hate to see her like this, but I think I figured out what's causing it. As you just saw, she's got no problem performing in front of audiences of 2, but when a whole gaggle of revelers shows up not too long ago, she just froze up.
I see. She must not be used to large crowds.
Luckily, I managed to save the show by climbing atop her head. That set her mind at ease and helped her find her courage. But I ain't as young as I used to be, and my knees are already crying out in protest at the prospect of climbing her again. But you, on the other hand, I reckon you've got plenty of mums left in those adventurer's legs of yours. Might I trouble you to join our merry troop and support Peatie during her star turn? All you have to do is climb atop her head and head towards the crowds. Show them our act, and tell the spectators to come to me for an egg of their own. Still plenty to go around.
I can do that.
Rah!
Alright, anything else to say? If Peatie's act is a hit in Gridania, it would do much to allay the concerns of my Ul'dah compatriots. Best of luck, Naya. Uh-huh, and how about you, Peatie?
Rah!
Cool. Okay. Peatie is eager to get her show on the road. Speak with Aldermund to ride her. Alright, Aldermund.
Trust me, Peatie'll love having you aboard. Now's our chance to get these eggs into the hands of the eager Gridanians. She's too timid to wander off on her own, so if something else demands your attention, she'll make her way back to me. Now get out there and give Gridania an egg surprise.
Alright. Here we go. An enthused man. Can I talk to him from up here? They said the show was over here, didn't they? Mount Peatie and perform an egg surprise before spectators to spread Hatchingtide cheer throughout the Bent Branch Meadows. Okay. Get egg surprised. What
just see?
Ah, this must be that performing goobbue I heard so much about. Good show, good show. I think I'll get an egg of my own to remember this by. Wonderful. We have a curious lass up here. What do you say, little girl? Oh, find anything yet? She's got a friend with her.
I don't see any eggs. Is this the right place?
Egg surprise!
That was amazing! The rabbits were so adorable! And that crown of peach blossoms is so pretty. I wonder if they give them out with the eggs. Let's go find out.
Alright. One more to go. Over here we have a chocobo keep to dazzle. What are you up to, chocobo keep? I heard the Hatchingtide festivities would be held here this year, but I've seen nothing out of the ordinary. He says that while staring at a giant pink goobbue? Are you sure? Get egg surprised. Bam!
Oh my stars! What manner of...
Oh, you're promoting Hatchingtide? Yes. I knew that, of course. Splendid trick that was, truly. I never knew goobbues to be adept at anything besides eating, but you've expanded my horizons. Mayhap I'll partake in the festivities this year after all. Okay. The spirit of Hatchingtide is alive in Gridania. Return to Ul'dah and tell him of Peatie's courageous performances. What about this chocobo, though? He looks so sad, he just got left. Here's an egg surprise for you. Just for you, chocobo. Cheer up. Fly, Peatie, fly! Oh, nice. Standard goobbue flight. Noodle arms. Oh, okay. Forcibly dismounted. Royal Seneschal, how we feeling? This just might work. I love to hear that. Peatie, how you feeling? While Peatie's expression is inscrutable, you sense gratitude radiating from her. She seems to have enjoyed herself. Aw, okay. And Ul'dah, we're checking in.
Good work, Naya. Same goes for you, Peatie. I could hardly pass around the eggs fast enough. And it looks like Peatie's managed to conquer her fears. Let's hope these ovations are enough to conquer the seneschals.
Oh, and that's the end of the first quest here, the princess and the eggs. Anything else for us, Ul'dah?
There's not a single egg left. Good work spreading the word, Naya.
Okay, Peatie. And to the Royal Seneschal, Peatie in pink. The wordplay with this Peatie is P-E-A-T, peat, refers to like vegetation, usually like rotten stuff that's fertilizer-ish. So the lore for goobbues is that they tend to eat stuff. There's one in one of the Aromaborn maps that's actually like a dead goobbue, and there's a side quest around it. Anyway, it's a great play on words. Peatie rhymes with sweet, sweetie. It's great. Peatie in pink is a play on pretty and pink. It's great. The puns in this event are exquisite. The Royal Seneschal has reached a decision. And this is... Oh, we get our own Peatie horn here! What you got?
Although I've been but a bystander in affairs so far, what I've seen has been truly inspiring. Peatie is possessed not only of a kind heart, but the soul of an entertainer as well. I would have her be the main attraction of our stage in Ul'dah. On behalf of the Little Ladies' Day Planning Committee, I invite you to our city as honored guests. Well, I'm not one to decline such an eager invitation. Consider it accepted. But first, I'd best tell Miss Eliapo that she'll be needing more eggs. go on to Ul'dah. We'll find our own way there before long.
Wonderful. Then I shall depart at once and make the stage ready for your arrival.
Ahem. You've helped tremendously already, but there's no denying that Peatie has taken a shine to you. Might you watch over her in Ul'dah for a while, just until she becomes accustomed to the crowds? I'll be there. Alright, and off he goes. Every stage is different, so it might take a while until Peatie finds her footing. But her desire to see people smile can't be doubted. She'll shine brighter than all the jewels in any merchant's coffers. You agree with that, Peatie?
Grrr! Grrr!
Peatie appears excited for her next adventure, bringing joy to the hearts of the realm's little ladies. Okay, that brings us to Ul'dah next. That's my return point, so skipping the teleport fee, hehe. And I do believe this next quest marker is dead between two different aetherites, so if you wanted to, you could have gone to the Adventurers Guild crystal, but you could also just run out of this one. Oh, it is bopping. Oh, we have a little stage set up. Nice, okay. No NPCs hanging out at the moment, aside from these ones, which we will chat with before progressing. Let's see what the royal servant has to say. Good day to you, adventurer. Have you any questions regarding the history of Little Ladies' Day or Hatchingtide? I am at your service. Okay, we have three options here. What is Little Ladies' Day? Once a year, when the peach blossoms come to bloom, Eorzea celebrates all the lovely and spirited young maidens who bring such joy to our realm. The origins of the holiday can be traced back to events that happened some 3 centuries past, when the Thorn dynasty still reigned in Ul'dah. The plucky Princess Edvia, tired of being sequestered within palace walls by her overprotective father, the Sultan Baldric Thorn, exchanged garb with a miller girl and wandered off into town in search of adventure. Upon learning of his daughter's disappearance, the Sultan was stricken with panic. He summoned the palace guard, down to the last man, and ordered them to tear the city apart to see that no harm befell his precious princess. And tear the city apart they did. The poor miller whose daughter assisted the princess in her escape saw his house nigh ripped from the ground, while the family was threatened with imprisonment and worse. To the good fortune of all, Princess Edvia was soon found just outside the palace walls. When she confessed the true reason that she had run away, her father was racked with guilt for his actions. He had the miller's house rebuilt by his most skilled craftsmen, and offered to personally serve as seneschal for the miller girl for a day to atone for his actions. The common folk were deeply moved by their sultan's newfound compassion. The sultan himself, vowing to never forget the lessons he had learned, declared that each year he would serve as seneschal for a young girl chosen from the townspeople by lot. The tradition continued long after Sultan Baldric's death, living on even as the Thorn dynasty gave way to the Ul. In time, it spread to other nations, where it took on new forms, eventually evolving into the Little Ladies' Day celebration that we know and love today. Delightful. And tell me more about Princess Edvia. Princess Edvia was the one and only daughter of Sultan Baldric of House Thorn, the Huron noble house that ruled Ul'dah some 300 years ago to the day. Her disappearance from the palace, the commotion that followed, and its eventual resolution, oft retold as the Legend of the Lost Lady, are said to represent the origins of the celebration we now know as Little Ladies' Day. It is said that before the events of that day, relations between the spirited princess and her stern, overly protective father were strained at best. Though the father claimed to love his daughter dearly, the form this love took was the stifling sort.
The princess's disappearance and return changed everything. Sultan Baldric gained a newfound respect for his daughter's independent nature, while Princess Edvia realized that her father's treatment of her was born of simple misunderstanding, not lack of love. The bonds between the two grew only stronger in the months and years to follow, and the two came to be celebrated as the most ideal embodiment of father and daughter that the realm had ever seen. Aha, and what do you know about Hatchingtide? While Little Ladies' Day and Hatchingtide have up until this point been two separate events, this year the organizers of each have joined hands to bring twice the festive spirit to the realm. As you may already know, Little Ladies' Day is even now being held in Ul'dah, while Hatchingtide is filling Gridania with smiles. If you have the time, I urge you to take your fill of excitement at both celebrations. Okay, thank you so much, Royal Servant. And over here we have the Royal Handmaiden, who is the Little Ladies' Day vendor, selling her own little event-specific collection of confetti, which is the Peach and Cherry confetti. Once again, I'll do a quick little demonstration. These are super cute. They give you a little flower petal effect when used. So that was the peach. It was a nice deep pink, almost bright red petal, and then the cherry confetti is a pastel pink petal confetti effect. Very, very cute. Also great for, again, use in G-pose. That said, let us get back to the quest. What have you got for us, Royal Seneschal?
Ah, you are arrived. You'll be glad to know that I've managed to win over the planning committee with my story of Peatie's show. Ul'dah's gates will be cast wide for her arrival. If she is amenable to the idea, I would have her be the star attraction on this year's stage. But the first order of the day is to spread the word. If we tell the citizens what we saw in Bent Branch Meadows, it is my hope that they will welcome Peatie with open arms. And if her show is a success, then we will have managed a celebration which spans from Gridania to Ul'dah, painting smiles upon the faces of all the realm's little ladies and egg fanatics alike. I shall stay here and drum up what interest I can. Naya, pray head to the steps of Thal and do the same. Meet me at the stage afterwards, and together we can shower Peatie with applause. Okay, so we're to head to the other half of the city, but first, Aldermond and Peatie will wait outside the city gates until the appointed time. Until then, it's up to us to spread the word and muster the largest crowd we can. Ooh. That makes me really want to pop outside and see if they're there. Are they here? They are not. Okay. Simple enough. Which means we can head over to... Guess we'll go here to start in the middle and work our way out. Nonchalant citizen. Hello there. How do you feel about goobues? I didn't know goobues were capable of anything more than mindless eating. Are you sure this show isn't just watching a beast chomping on hay? The crowds of Gridania gave her a standing ovation. Or so what if it is? You'll still have a chance to see a goobbue up close. No, we're trying to sell it. The crowds of Gridania gave her a standing ovation. Well, when you put it that way... Besides, it's not as if I have aught else to do. All right, look for me among the crowd.
Will do, nonchalant citizen. Thanks for your time.
Next up, a distracted citizen. Hello, fellow Femro. A goobbue performer. Aren't they dangerous? I suppose a friend of mine was raving about the show she saw in Gridania. If it's the very same, I suppose it's worth a look. Thanks, distracted citizen. See you there. And our number 3 is an elegant citizen. Uh-huh. Hello, ma'am. Interested in seeing a beflowered goobbue?
A goobbue? Here in Ul'dah? That dredges up terrible memories of the rampage I witnessed as a child. How do you know that won't happen again? Have you seen this goobbue with your own eyes?
In fact, I have. Yes, and she brought countless smiles to the people of Gridania. Or, yes, and she's as gentle as a tame chocobo. Oh, okay. This lady's worried. I'm gonna go with tame chocobo for her.
Is that so? Well, I see no reason why you would lie to me. Very well, I shall go. Perhaps in this way I can conquer my fears.
That's a good way to think about it. The time of Peatie's performance draws near. Speak with the royal seneschal before she takes the stage. Alright, so we're heading back out to the event area. We have... Oh, Peatie, your stage fright getting to ya?
Grrr.
Aldermond, how we feeling? These crowds got even my knees shaken. I can't imagine what Peatie must be feeling. Oh no. My thanks, Naya. It seems word has spread even further than I had hoped. And while this is cause for celebration, Peatie appears to be intimidated by their expectant gazes.
Grrr.
Course, you could just hop on her head and she'd calm down just like that, but we can't lean on you forever. Why don't you rally her spirits with some encouraging words, Naya? Seems she's warm to you. I reckon she'd appreciate whatever you have to say.
Okay, we'll get to that in just a second. It appears the songbirds are here giving a small performance. What were you saying, ladies?
Such grace. Thank you for coming. Next is the main attraction. It'll be Eggcellent.
Alright. Now we loop. These kiddos don't have anything to say. Oh, this looks like the one we talked to, or perhaps it was this one over here. I didn't get a good enough look to tell. This is the elegant one, though, here to confront her fears. And I suppose this is the distracted one with the glow sticks. She's got a favorite songbird, perhaps? Okay. Sorry, Peatie, didn't mean to leave you hanging. Let's give her a... Come on, girl. You got this. You are a Little Ladies' Day princess yourself.
Truth be told, this is her first time performing alone in front of so many people. I can see why her legs won't listen to her heart.
Remember how happy you made everyone in Gridania. Don't worry, Peatie. I'm right here. Little Ladies' Day needs its princess. Aw, okay, so we were told that she's very passionate about making people smile. So this first one's pretty great. Don't worry, Peatie, I'm right here. We've also been told that our presence is great for her. She's taken a shine to us. And then Little Lady's Day needs its princess. I think that one's super cute, and the seneschal did describe her as looking the part of a princess. And this is the Little Lady's Day performance. Come on, Peatie. Little Lady's Day needs its princess. Grrr.
Huh.
That did the trick. You've really got a talent for lifting the spirits of the downtrodden, Naya.
We are in your debt, truly.
It's almost time. Lady Eliapo should have arrived by now. Naya, pray join the bystanders and give Peatie your heartiest cheer.
Alright. I nod from outside of this shot there. Anything else?
The show shall start anon. Go on, join the crowd and lend your voice to the cheers. Your words were like a drop of water on a hot day. I reckon Peatie might even like you more than me.
Is that true, Peatie?
Grrr.
Peatie is ready to take the stage. Join the other bystanders to see what she has in store for Ul'dah's little ladies. Okay, oh, there's more people in the crowd. Ooh la la, look at me! Anyone else have something to say real quick?
Thank you for coming.
I'm pretty sure the songbirds are saying the same things.
Such grace. Next is the main attraction. It'll be Eggcellent.
Alright, yep. Just those same folks saying those same things. Very well. Let's watch the show.
And now for the final act. Bedecked in blooming flowers, this goobbue princess has prepared something unforgettable for all the little ladies out there.
There she is.
Egg surprise!
Oh my god. Oh hey, Jihli!
This is just how I envisioned it in my dream. And to think I ever believed goobbues were not but wild beasts. Oh, I simply adore her.
If Hatchingtide is even half as thrilling as this show, I'd best catch the next airship to Gridania. All's well that ends well. The little ladies get a great show and Hatchingtide gets more egg seekers.
Their smiles are like so many flowers in full bloom. Peatie will be the talk of Ul'dah for moons to come.
That she will, that she will. I have to thank you, Miss Eliapo, for giving us both the chance to bring a little brightness to so many lives.
Rah!
Alright, what are the girlies up to now that the performance is over? We still have such grace. We also have... Ooh la la, look at me. Nothing from the songbirds though? Oh!
We hope you enjoy yourselves. Little Ladies' Day is far from over. Things are just heating up.
Alright, so they go back on stage and dance for the audience. We've got the same members out here saying the same things. And looks like this is the end of the quest coming right up. Okay, back to it. Let's finish this. check in with everyone one final time.
I've left Nanada in charge of goings-on in Gridania. Oh, would that she could see my dream come alive.
Peatie?
Grrr, grrr.
Peatie appears elated by the crowd's reaction and gazes at the stage longingly. Aldermund?
I reckon Peatie has had the most fun out of everyone here.
And last but not least, the Royal Seneschal.
Thank you, Peatie, for bringing joy to the citizens of Ul'dah, especially its little ladies. That was better than I could have imagined. Hatchingtide and Little Ladies' Day both will be remembered as the highlights of the year.
Couldn't have done it without your help, Naya. We'll both be looking back on this experience with fondness for the rest of our lives. Speaking of which, I've got to thinking maybe it's time I leave this performance business behind me and let Peatie spread her wings. I think she'd be more than happy by your side, if you'll have her.
Just like that?
As for me, I have it in mind to find a place to settle down and rest these old bones. I'd hate to tie Peatie down just when she's found her passion. If you bring her along on your adventures, she'll be able to deliver smiles to corners of the world I've only heard tales of.
That is a good point. How could I say no? Are you sure you can manage without her?
Can't deny I already feel the tendrils of loneliness tugging at my heart, but they'll lose their grip so long as I know Peatie's with you. I look forward to hearing of her exploits as I while the days away.
You cool with that, Peatie? Okay.
I don't mean to be rude, but I am required in Gridania. Nanada must know just how perfectly my dream manifested.
Heh, give the lass our regards, eh? I'll stay here in Ul'dah until the festivities end, and who knows, maybe longer.
Very well. And with that, allow me to thank you personally, Naya. No princess in all the realm could have asked for a more devoted seneschal. And that includes Peatie. Seeing you dote upon her so dutifully reminded me why I volunteered for this position in the first place. Although Peatie's show has concluded, Little Ladies' Day has not. Pray enjoy all that we have prepared.
And don't be a stranger in Gridania either.
Peatie in pink. Complete. She's Goobbue, and she's Grace. There's a goobbue in my pocket. The Peatie horn, a curved horn that, when blown, emits a flowery tone that brings Peatie, the goobbue maiden, lumbering to your side. And now she's in my mount guide, located here on page 1, right after the Laurel Goobbue, if you happen to have that one from the Sylph Tribal Quests. Hailing from a place where the peach trees bloom, this winsome goobbue maiden was found and taken in by the traveling entertainer Aldermund. After delighting the crowds on Little Ladies' Day, she made the decision to join you on your adventures in order to spread more cheer. Place these peach blossoms in your hair and become as princesses, a quote of Ul'dah. And we get to keep the egg surprise motion for her. So she's not exactly a copy of the standard goobbue, which sneezes. Very cute. Oh, she might also be smaller? The art makes her look that way, but who knows? Alright, as usual, at the end of a quest, I will walk around the areas, plural this time, and check if there's any environmental NPCs hanging out, and whatever dialogue remains. So here we are, starting in Ul'dah, because that's where we've wrapped up. Royal Seneschal, how you doing?
The crowd is as lively as I've ever seen it. Would that Peatie could be our star every year.
And Aldermont?
I know you and Peatie'll have adventures wider than any I could imagine. Make sure to come visit and regale me with your tales, eh?
Alright. Oh, somebody has their goobbue minion out. That's precious. And the ladies on stage appear to be doing the same thing as before we completed the quest. No new members of the audience. Is there anybody else hanging around that may have snuck in? I don't think so. I think we just have the usual NPCs. Silver Nettle is not part of the event. Is there anyone hanging out up here? Oftentimes when there's an event in Ul'dah, there's an NPC up in this area. I don't see one though. Alright. Then let us go check Gridania one more quick time, just to be thorough. Oh, and we also get to see the Hatchingtide decorations at night, which are very glowy. Very, very glowy. Much illumination. Very glow. Alright, is there anyone here? There are! We have Riggy and Gabinu. How you guys doing? These two are from a past event.
Riggy do trick! See Riggy's trick!
I came here during my break to see how the festivities were coming along, but imagine my surprise when I heard tell of a performing goobbue. I had to see it for myself.
Fantastic. Wonderful. Friends Set and Ul'dah are normally here, so is Astan. A chipper citizen. How are you doing?
I must say, the organizers of the festivities have outdone themselves. That goobbue turned me into an egg fanatic.
Precious. Wonderful. These folks are always here, always here. You don't have anything new, right? Nope, still just the confetti. Just checking. You say the same things. You do. Sorry, not to rush you, but we are looking for other NPCs. We have a joyful citizen. Hamlin's here! Hamlin is from last... Look at the little tonberries in the ground! What? Okay, joyful citizen, how are you?
The sylphs had a bit too much fun last year, so we've put tonberry eggs here and there to keep those tricksters away. Looking at them now, though, I only hope they don't scare away more revelers than sylphs.
They're tonberry eggs, okay.
Eggs. Tonberry eggs. Such adorable decorations are sure to turn tonberries from symbols of terror to objects of adoration.
Alright, Hamlin, you're still on that. I respect it. Glowing Eggy. Anyone special on stage? Just Nanada and Jihli. How you doing, Nanada?
An excellent and exciting Hatchingtide to you, Naya. We hope you enjoy all that we've prepared this year. Ah, you came after all. As you can see, the citizens cannot get enough of Hatchingtide. Go on and enjoy yourself.
We are enjoying finding out the other people who are hanging out around here. And the The tonberry eggs, though. Were they there when I started the quest and I just didn't register it? Or did they only show up at the end when Hamlin came out? Look at them all! There's so many! I think that's everyone, though. Oh, what a fun little surprise. I'm so glad I came to check Gridania back out. Absolutely wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Alright, that said, good evening, Sina streamers. Till next time.